The era of the untouchable rap god is officially dead. Right now, as you watch this, private jets are being fueled in the middle of the night, record labels are scrubbing their databases, and three of the biggest names in music history, Jay-Z, T.I., and Diddy, have just been hit with a digital death sentence. 50 Cent didn't just drop a documentary episode. He dropped a nuclear bomb on the Billionaire Boys Club. Insider reports confirm that within 60 minutes of the Blacklist episode airing, over $400 million in brand deals evaporated. We're talking leaked offshore bank records, hidden camera footage from the inner sanctum, and a betrayal so deep it makes the federal trials look like a playground dispute. 50 Cent posted, then deleted, a single sentence, "I told y'all I was the algorithm." But the damage is done. The gatekeepers have been locked out of their own gates. Stay right there. Because the industry you knew this morning? It doesn't exist anymore. To understand why the world is screaming right now, you have to understand the Cold War that has been simmering under the surface of hip-hop for 2 decades. This wasn't just about music. This was about power,
control, and secrets.
For years, the industry was run by a holy trinity, Jay-Z, T.I., and Diddy. They were the gatekeepers. They decided who became a billionaire and who was silenced. But they made one fatal mistake. They thought 50 Cent was just a rapper. They forgot he is a survivor. The tension started back in 2007. Remember when 50 publicly labeled T.I. a snitch after that machine gun arrest? Everyone thought it was just trolling for headlines. But insider sources from the G-Unit camp now reveal that 50 wasn't just talking, he was archiving. For 20 years, every time Diddy whispered behind his back, every time Jay-Z blocked a business deal in a glass-walled boardroom, 50 added a page to a secret file. He wasn't playing the game. He was recording the players. While the Trinity was busy buying art and flying private, 50 Cent was building a surveillance machine. He didn't just launch G-Unit Film and Television for power and BMF. He launched it to hire the best private investigators in the world. He was paying the assistants they fired. He was buying the hard drives from the studios they abandoned. He was collecting the receipts of their culture tax, a secret fee allegedly charged to younger artists just to stay on the charts. 50 Cent is the only person who doesn't need the industry's permission to breathe, says an anonymous former executive from Roc Nation. He waited until they were at their weakest. He waited until the Diddy legal storm cracked the door open, and then he drove a tank through it. The history of betrayal is thick. We're talking about suspicious business liquidations, missing millions from charity, foundations, and the Vegas Protocol, a dark secret from 2010 that has haunted the industry for 16 years. T.I. thought he could win with bars and defiant diss tracks. Jay-Z thought his billionaire status made him invisible to the law. But 50 Cent has a different currency, the truth. This new episode, titled The Blacklist, is the final verdict on every backstab and every secret meeting held in the shadows of the 40/40 Club. 50 isn't just seeking justice. He's seeking an empire exchange. He is systematically dismantling the legacies of the men who tried to erase him. As we look at the footage 50 has just released, it becomes clear. This explosion wasn't just likely, it was inevitable. You can only keep the lid on a boiling pot for so long before the steam burns everyone in the kitchen. 50 Cent didn't just take the lid off, he threw it into the ocean. But as the smoke clears, the first major conflict is about to be revealed. And it involves a leaked phone call that will make your blood run cold. The screen fades from a dark cinematic montage of the New York skyline to a simple, flickering date, March 12th, 2026. No music, just the heavy, distorted breathing of someone on a phone. Then, the audio plays. It's a voice the world knows, high-pitched, frantic, and completely stripped of its usual King of the South confidence. It's T.I. He's talking to a high-level executive from a major Atlantic label, and his words are a death warrant. I don't care what it costs. If 50 releases that Jane Doe footage from the 2010 Vegas suite, we are all going to prison.
Not just me.
All of us.
Jane knows about it.
He was in the next room.
Boom.
The first nuclear explosion in the documentary. The conflict centers around what 50 Cent calls the Vegas Protocol, a night in 2010 that has been whispered about in the dark corners of the industry as the point of no return. 50 Cent's documentary features a whistleblower, a man identified only as Sector 7, a former high-ranking security detail who worked for both Diddy and Jay-Z for over a decade. According to Sector 7, there was a strict protocol for these elite penthouse parties. All burner phones were confiscated at the door. Faraday cages were used to block signals. But what the Holy Trinity didn't know was that 50 Cent's technical team had already bugged the VIP suite days in advance. 50 wasn't just guessing. He was recording in 4K. The scene described by the whistleblower is vivid and haunting. A luxury penthouse overlooking the Las Vegas Strip. The air thick with the smell of expensive Cuban cigars and a very specific type of expensive fear. The footage, partially blurred for legal reasons but clear enough to recognize the silhouettes, shows a meeting of the minds that looks less like a celebration and more like a cold-blooded mafia sit-down. The emotional weight hits when 50 cuts to interviews with the survivors. These aren't accusers. They are witnesses to a system. One woman, her face in shadows, breaks down as she describes the blacklist threat. She says, "They told me if I ever spoke about what happened in that suite, I would never work in music, fashion, or film again. They said they owned the gatekeepers. They said they were the law." Suddenly, the screen flashes with high-resolution screenshots of leaked iMessages, allegedly pulled from an encrypted group chat titled The Boardroom. Jay-Z. Is the 50 situation handled? I can't have him poking around the shell companies in the Caymans. Diddy. He's a street kid playing producer. Nobody believes him. Just keep the labels in line and cut his distribution. T.I. He's got the hard drive from Vegas. I'm telling you, he's got the footage. We need to move now. The industry's reaction to these leaks was a mix of absolute panic and raw, unadulterated rage. 50 Cent actually shows footage of himself at his desk, surrounded by cease and desist, orders from 3 of the most powerful legal teams in the world. He doesn't look worried. He laughs, looks at the camera, and feeds the documents into a paper shredder. Legal threats only work on people with something to hide, he says coldly. I'm just the mailman delivering the truth. But then, the first massive twist drops, and it's not what anyone expected. Just as the audience thinks this is purely about the Vegas Protocol and the parties, 50 Cent pivots. He reveals that the blacklist isn't just a social punishment, it's a financial assassination. 50 exposes a secret tax that these moguls were allegedly charging every major artist under their umbrella for the last 15 years. He calls it the culture tax. 50 shows bank ledgers and shell company documents suggesting that a staggering 15% of every major rap deal, from tours to sneaker contracts, was being funneled into a private equity firm owned by the Holy Trinity. They weren't just mentors, they were tax collectors. The twist: 50 Cent reveals that the footage he has isn't just of people partying. He drops a clip of a Jay-Z associate meeting with a rival tech mogul in a dark parking garage back in 2015. The associate is seen handing over an encrypted hard drive.
Why?
To algorithmically delete 50 Cent's G-Unit brands from search engines and social media. The beef wasn't just personal. It was a coordinated corporate hit. They tried to bankrupt 50 Cent because he refused to pay the culture tax. They tried to erase his legacy from the digital world. They thought they buried me, 50 whispers as the music swells into a dark, thumping beat. They just didn't realize I was a seed.
And now?
It's harvest time. Wait, so the industry hasn't just been following a trend? They've been following a manual override? And wait until you see whose name is at the bottom of the kill switch order. It's a name so big, it will make you question everything you've ever listened to. The internet didn't just break, it shattered. Within 2 hours of the Vegas Protocol reveal, hashtag Blacklisted Forever and hashtag The Culture Tax are trending at #1 and 2 worldwide. But while the fans are arguing in the comments, the real panic is happening in the high-rise glass towers of Manhattan and Los Angeles. Major luxury conglomerates, brands like LVMH and Moët Hennessy, who have billion-dollar ties to the Holy Trinity, have gone completely dark. No statements. No social media posts. Just a terrifying corporate silence. But behind that silence, the blacklist is already working. Rumors are swirling that Beyoncé has been spotted leaving a private airport in Paris alone, fueling theories that she is distancing herself from the impending legal fallout. Screenshots flash across the screen of verified insiders leaking the chaos. At Pop Culture Insider, urgent. Jay-Z has been in an emergency war room, meeting for 6 hours. The tax allegations are the real killer. This isn't just a scandal, it's a potential RICO case. 50 Cent has the receipts. At Music Business Daily, did you see the end of Section 3? The hard drive contains names of 15 other major rappers who were allegedly paying for protection to stay on the playlists. The entire industry structure is a lie. But then, 50 Cent drops the second shocking reveal. He brings on a ghost source, a figure whose face is a digitized blur sitting in a dimly lit warehouse. This isn't just a security guard. This is a former high-level executive from a major global streaming platform. The source speaks with a voice modulator that sounds like a glitch in the system. We didn't just observe the culture tax. We enforced it. There was a manual override, a literal kill switch, for any artist who refused to sign over their publishing to the Trinity shell companies. If you didn't play ball, your songs wouldn't show up in new music searches. Your playlist placement would vanish overnight. We were instructed to tell the artists it was algorithm issues or low engagement.
It was a lie.
It was a manual deletion of their careers. This changes everything. This isn't just a rapper's feud anymore. This is a digital monopoly. 50 Cent shows a side-by-side comparison graph of his own streaming analytics. Every time he posted a video exposing the Trinity, his numbers dropped exactly 40%. It wasn't shadow banning by the platform, it was a coordinated corporate assassination. The industry backlash, the younger generation of rappers, the ones who always felt like they were fighting an invisible wall, are starting to revolt. Metro Boomin and Future allegedly posted cryptic, locked door emojis before their accounts were temporarily deactivated. Rick Ross, 50's oldest rival, went live from his estate, looking visibly shaken. "I thought I was the boss," Ross said, his voice trembling. But if 50 is telling the truth about the manual override, then we've all been slaves to a fake king. Just as the ghost source is about to name the person who signed the final manual override orders for the 2026 rollout, the screen glitches violently. A red system error, transmission blocked, message fills the screen. Then, the final piece of footage for this section plays. It's a grainy, handheld camera shot of a dark driveway. A black SUV rolls down its window. It's T.I.'s son, King Harris. He's crying, looking over his shoulder at a mansion that looks like a fortress. He whispers into the camera, "My dad told me to run. He said the Trinity just activated the final protocol. He said it's all coming down tonight. Everyone is being erased." The screen cuts to black. Where is T.I.? Why did he tell his son to run? And what did King Harris see in his father's private office that was so terrifying he had to go to 50 Cent's team for protection? The world is no longer just watching a documentary. It is witnessing a global insurrection. As of this hour, the hip-hop community has split into two warring factions, the Loyalists and the Liberators. In the heart of Brooklyn, the atmosphere is electric with tension. Die-hard Jay-Z supporters, the Loyalists, are calling the documentary AI-generated propaganda and G-Unit fan fiction. They claim 50 Cent is a bitter billionaire who couldn't buy his way into the Holy Trinity. Videos are surfacing of fans burning G-Unit sneakers in the middle of Marcy projects, chanting "Long live the King." They refuse to believe the man who gave them the blueprints could be the architect of a culture tax. But on the other side, the Liberators are staging a digital and physical revolution. Outside the Rock Nation headquarters in Manhattan, thousands have gathered. They aren't just fans. They are independent artists, producers, and songwriters holding signs that read, "No more culture tax, free the algorithm, and 50is the truth." They see 50 Cent as the V for Vendetta of the music industry, the only man with a big enough bank account and a thick enough skin to tell the truth. Major news outlets are struggling to keep up. CNN News Alert. Unprecedented chaos in the entertainment sector as federal authorities confirm they are monitoring the financial allegations made in the 50 Cent documentary. Trading for several major music conglomerate stocks has been halted due to extreme volatility. Fake celebrity reactions blow up. The silence from the A-list has finally broken, and the reactions are pure chaos. Kanye West, alleged deleted post. I told y'all in 2022. I was the crazy one then, right? 50 is the only one with the balls to show the receipts. I'm heading to the G-Unit offices tonight. It's time to build a new world. Drake, alleged IG story, a simple, high-definition photo of a glass of vintage red wine next to a mahogany chessboard. No caption. No emoji. The internet is spiraling. Is Drake the secret ally 50 mentioned? Or is he the next name on the blacklist? The industry is literally bleeding. There are reports of a massive physical altercation at a high-end restaurant in Miami's design district between G-Unit associates and Roc Nation security. It's not just words anymore. It's a physical battle for the soul of the culture. The terrifying part, says a prominent industry insider in a leaked Zoom call clip, is that 50 hasn't even played the master file yet. This Blacklist episode was just the intro. If this level of destruction is just the introduction, what happens when he hits play on the finale? To make matters worse, 50 Cent just posted a picture of an old, battered burner phone on his Instagram. The caption, 34 missed calls from the Carters in the last hour. My phone is smoking. Should I pick up? Or should I just let the next chapter play? Hashtag blacklisted forever, hashtag the queen is coming. The public is screaming in the comments. Some are begging for a ceasefire. Others are demanding blood. The suspense is reaching a breaking point. Is there a secret settlement being negotiated in a private jet somewhere over the Atlantic? Or is 50 Cent about to deliver the final killing blow? The world is holding its breath. The blacklist is growing. And the real boss hasn't even shown his final card yet. The screen goes pitch black. The chaotic sounds of the protests and the news reports suddenly cut to a haunting, dead silence. Then, a single spotlight flickers on. 50 Cent is sitting in a high-back leather chair in a room that looks like a high-tech bunker. He isn't laughing anymore. He looks at the camera with a cold, predatory stare that says one thing: checkmate. People ask me why I'm doing this, 50 whispers, his voice echoing in the empty room. They say, 50, you're a billionaire. Why do you care about a culture tax or some old Vegas footage? I care because they tried to erase my name from history. They tried to turn the algorithm into a digital grave. But they forgot one thing. I'm the ghost that can't be killed. And I'm not the only one who's tired of the lies. 50 Cent reveals that he didn't get the master file, the encrypted drive with the bank accounts, the kill switch codes, and the Vegas tapes from a hacker or a disgruntled employee. He got it from inside the Trinity's own homes. The screen cuts to a grainy night vision video clip. It's a woman. She's sitting in the back of a blacked-out Maybach, her face partially hidden by a wide-brimmed hat and dark glasses. She's handing over a heavy silver suitcase to one of 50 Cent's top security leads. Everything is in here. Her voice is distorted, but the cadence is eerily familiar. The shell companies in the Caymans. The 2010 Vegas tapes. The list of every artist they deplatformed for refusing to pay the tax. It's all here. Burn it all down. 50 Cent leans forward, a slow, terrifying smirk spreading across his face. You want to know who gave me the keys to the kingdom? You want to know who finally got tired of the billionaire facade and decided to protect the culture instead of the crown? As he speaks, the video pauses. The woman in the Maybach reaches up to remove her hat. The silhouette is unmistakable. The internet-breaking realization hits like a freight train. It's a woman who has been at the center of the Trinity for 20 years. The queen herself has defected. In the next episode, 50 says, his voice dropping to a chilling bass, we talk about the queen. We show the footage that even Netflix's legal team tried to block. The footage that shows exactly who is running the culture tax, while the world was distracted by the music. And we're going to name the 5 other untouchable rappers who are on the blacklist starting tonight. The screen flashes red with a countdown clock, 47:59, 47:58, Then, a final image appears, a photo of Jay-Z, T.I., and Diddy from 10 years ago, but their faces are slowly being digitally deleted from the frame until only 50 Cent remains. The words appear in bold, white letters. Episode 2, The Queen's Gambit. Global premiere in 48 hours. Hashtag Blacklisted forever. Hashtag the end of the epic. Is it Beyoncé? Is it Tiny? Is it someone we never even suspected? The industry is paralyzed. The blacklist is officially active. And 50 Cent just pressed the delete button on the biggest legacies in rap history. Are you shocked yet? The industry is crumbling in real time, and you have a front row seat to the collapse of the Holy Trinity. But we want to hear from you, the jury of the culture. Who do you think the queen in that Maybach is? Is it Beyoncé finally breaking her silence? Or has T.I.'s inner circle completely betrayed him to 50 Cent? Is the culture tax the biggest scam in music history? Do you believe our favorite artists have been digital slaves to this secret system for decades? Is 50 Cent a hero for exposing the truth? Or is he the ultimate villain for destroying these legacies? Drop your theories in the comments right now. We are reading every single one, and the most mind-blowing theory will be featured in our emergency update. Smash that like button if you think the truth needs to come out, and subscribe with notifications on, because you do not want to miss our broadcast when episode 2, The Queen's Gambit, drops in 48 hours. The countdown has started, and the blacklist is only getting longer. Follow us on Instagram for the leaked Vegas protocol clips we can't show here. The truth is explosive. The blacklist is final. And the game is officially over. See you in 48 hours if the internet is still standing.